be seen.
That-
No, shipping minutes.
No, it's anyone who.
Hey,
Okay.
With that.
the new avenues.
I want nothing to do with it, and I just hope that that stuff was frozen good. That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. That's when I really start to worry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's my favorite. That is my favorite thing. I know I'm getting a phone call when somebody says, yeah, this person, they left, they were kind of upset, but I think I handled it. Okay, they were less upset when they left. Let's give it about 5 minutes here. Phone call incoming.
You're right.
All right. Call this Monday, November 17th, Planning Commission meeting to order. Going to roll call real quick here. Ridsdale. Here. Innes.
Here.
Beavers. Will be late. I am here. Is there any public comment?
Make a motion to approve last month's minutes.
And I'll second.
Motion to approve the minutes. Curious. All right, looks like the first item of business we have on the agenda tonight is the RFP for the rental property ordinance.
So, we got the two. The one, the Pagey Slopes. Or Switch Roads is is the one that was highly recommended by Mike Spice from Slicers.
Okay.
It looks like when I discussed, I don't know, did I put that email in there for the other one from Bolstover? This one, I did reach out to them to find out just how long it would take them. It looks like it's gonna be about the same price once you get all the hours. They're both kind of really similar price. Per hour, this one was cheaper, the second one was cheaper. But by what he described in the email, but actually, they kind of estimated longer time than the other one. So, up to you guys. I have not personally worked with, the Peggy Schultz, but one of their partners is from Langsford. Oh, that's,
May have an understanding of the.
yeah, and their company has done a lot of our training. So our conferences that the MAMC conference that I go to every year, they do a lot of the trainings. And Danelle and I have been to actual trainings at their along. So we do have a little bit more familiarity with that. And that was also one of like suggested and has worked with before, so. Information on that, this pretty much need whoever you guys want. I can reach out to them and we can start. Looking. First, I'll have to give it to council, but make sure that it's okay to spend money, but.
I mean, it would be my feeling that just. I'm purely based on Mike's recommendation and we depend on. Him
Yeah.
for a lot and trust him for a lot, so if that's, to me, if that's his recommendation, I would make some.
I have no problem with that either.
I'll make a motion to approve the Fahey Schultz firm to go to council.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
I,
None opposed, motion carries. All right. Next item of business is to review and approve the application for Jordan. Will you pronounce your last name for us?
Hankwitz.
Hankwitz. To come on board with the planning commission.
I'll make a motion to approve the application.
Fantastic. I'll second that motion.
It's easy day.
All in favor?
Hi.
None opposed, motion carries.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's a problem. She was gonna be going.
That's all right. We wanted to get you voted down before you change your mind.
Yeah.
Like you're qualified.
They didn't want you to run out that door too quick.
I'm sorry,
Are you from the area or whereabouts?
not originally, so I grew up in Weddington.
Okay.
And family, multi-generational HVAC company, my dad said that my brothers are taking over and just do something else, so we Michigan State, studied poli sci, lived and worked in Lansing, East Lansing for 20 years, and then we moved to Waynesburg, just on Meridian and Price, about 8 years ago, and we have a kid, and then since then, so this was kind of the circle on the capital and said, where do we want to go, raise our family, where do we want to spend our time providing. So,
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah.
So I see a lot of boxes checked on your
yeah.
application here. Tell us a little bit about
I'm
your.
happy to elaborate, and that was difficult because my time in the legislature, I had a large breadth of opportunities to come across lots of things. And so I started my career in partisan politics. I was an intern for my state rep for like 2.5 years unpaid as a college student. Finally said, hey, you wanna run my campaign? And I did, and I won. And so I graduated Michigan State, and I just kept working through the legislative political arena, both writing bills. I was chief of staff for Senate Majority Leader Richard Bill up until 2015, when his term ended. And they created a new administrative function in the Senate called the Senate Business Office, which was all of the nonpartisan entities under one umbrella. So we had a post office, police department, HR, finance, MIT, and a lot of people think that, because I worked for the state of Michigan, that we relied on the state of Michigan, but because of separation of powers, the legislature was a sovereign and separate branch, and so we had our own. We had a 613 precinct, and their jurisdiction was our offices in the Senate floor where they voted to see any place that they had jurisdiction, but they had jurisdiction over that. In that role and multiple roles before that, we did an RFP bid process to relocate the Senate as a whole and its office spaces. And so that was a $70 million project that ultimately I had to go and testify before the strategic fund. We pulled in state tax exempt and taxable bonds, had to go to New York and get our bonds in the open market. And then we had a construction renovation rebuild and then transition of all of the Senate spaces. Subsequently, we were adjacent to a parking ramp that purchased from the city of Lansing, because our building was adjacent to it. And there was a master lease that ran through the state of Michigan, which we didn't like to not have control of the space that was adjacent to the building. And so we ended up purchasing that for about $18 million, and we were renovating that, updating security and infrastructure in the ramp. Moving ahead, I'm looking at what the boxes are. I spent some time working for Mayor Shore's cabinet as Director of Economic Development Planning, so I oversaw the Building Safety Office, code enforcement, as well as the zoning department and the development. We had a lot of HUD grants and funds that came through the sides that we were administrating, but also code compliance and rental inspections was a major part of my role there. We got a 20-year backlog of certain red tags that my second day on the job, I got decided to meeting to 2.5 hours and explain why we had a 20-year backlog on certain red tags. Reminded them I've had my computer for 4 hours at this point, so I'll do everything I can. But so a lot of familiarity, I would say, more than maybe the average legislative staffer because of the nonpartisan, but also got to be very, very involved with the architecture and the building innovations and acquisition of properties, the economic development aspect. Now, in my current role as the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce for Shiawassee, I get to interact. I'm making connections in a lot of those areas. It's not really, I'm not doing any building, I'm not doing any specking or anything, but connecting the dots in the community for the goal of just economic vitality and prosperity.
Fantastic. Sounds like sounds like we'll be able to really lean on some of that experience and I mean, sound like for this
Yeah, well,
board.
Randy had approached me and our daughters go to school together and it was something that my wife and I talked about. We met working in the legislature and I've worked behind the scenes for, like I said, almost 20 years. And so this is the first foray into putting my hat and ring on the other side of the table where I was typically the staff preparing and printing and advising and all of that stuff. And so I have a duty, I think, to use my skills to help the community work within this.
Well, we appreciate that.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
You might be a little bored.
I don't think so. Not when you're dealing with rental inspections, no.
Oh, well, that's true.
That brings out a lot of feelings.
Yeah. See, it'll be interesting
Yeah.
moving along through that process. Certainly.
Did it before.
If there's any other questions for me or at any time throughout the process, I'm very excited. I know we talked about potentially grabbing a cup of coffee and getting to know each other. And it
Yeah.
didn't work out scheduling wise, but after like the materials from the last few months and talking to him and stuff. I don't need to schedule it. I'm ready to jump in with all our done.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you.
Likewise,
Sure.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. So last item of business is planning and zoning review by Matt.
So this, they gave me a call, this was a while ago, took them, they got bombarded and sent me going down, so it took a while to get the actual. Report. But they scheduled with myself and the building inspector to sit down and just ask questions about the city and stuff, and then they went through and evaluated. You know, where they saw, where we were lacking, whatever, and so this was just the report that they came up with, cause I'm like, I don't know if I even remember what they asked me until I got to it, so. Yeah, so I did send this off to Mike. Obviously, there's things in here for the master plan and stuff, and they were obviously looking at our old one, so. But yeah, she was pretty. Excited that we were doing it together. Another master plan. But this is just for your information. If it needs to be done, it's just kind of.
Here it is.
Stated.
Seems like a lot of what's in here we discussed at the last, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
nice to know that we're kind of on the right path according to what
Yeah.
their observations were. So.
yeah, it was kind of funny because when I finally got it, I was like, oh, I totally forgot about this. That we did this and. But yeah, it seems to, we're all right in the. Right line of what we're supposed to be doing, so.
Very good.
And then, sorry, being from this early, but, I do not have anything for planning next month. If I do, obviously I'll let you guys know, but, and Mike is not going to be coming back until January. So, he said they're swamped and he could do December, but he just doesn't think he would have everything ready. And he says, I'll just be more prepared and have everything ready to go in January, so we want to get their stuff.
It's a busy month anyway, so.
Yeah, and I, as of right now, don't have anything going on, still playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely in years past. Once we have something that absolutely needs our attention in December, there's.
Oh, yeah, then I'm also working on the, yearly. Annual. Forgot what it's called, annual report. So I've been working on that, all last week, so there's quite a bit. To. Put in there, so it's probably gonna take me. The January to get everything, but. That's, I may just kind of send that out to you guys if I get done with it, just so that you're prepared for January to either add to it or approve it as is.
Okay.
Cause that's one of those, I'm going back through the whole year. So if you guys think of something and I give it to you, you guys think, oh wait, didn't we do this? Or, I'm missing something that give you, a month to look at it before we.
Is that the CIP?
No, it's the annual report that the planning commission has to do every
Oh,
year.
the,
Yeah,
Well,
that tells
what
you,
we've done.
yeah, it kind of tells you every single thing that you guys did, and it's a report that we have to do every year.
When we do so much, it takes her a month to get around.
Yeah, I have to
maybe
go through
busy
every,
this year.
It's
And then-
sneaky though. I mean, it feels like, sometimes it can feel like we don't do a lot because of the time between
Yeah.
our meetings, but you
Yeah.
go back and look
Oh,
at
yeah.
the reports.
Yeah, like the
sometimes.
first year, I think I was here was like. Everybody looked at me like, that's what we did, that's what we did. Like, it was, I don't know, this is just what I was, that's what I did. But this year, you guys met 9 times, so that's quite a bit. To me, when, you only have to, meet 4 times a year, so 9 times is quite a bit. And, just, we haven't even gotten to the, next year is probably gonna be even more with the rental and the
Yeah.
master plan.
So you really get into the meat of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. We're gonna be busy next year for sure.
Yep, so that's, I figured, good, I could use them. To get
Yeah.
that ready.
Perfect.
You could use one less meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's trying to get me to get another meeting. Alright, okay,
When is my contract?
it's this month.
It's this month?
Yeah.
I'm done, guys.
Yeah.
I told her I'll hang around for any, if you need a quorum or something until my spot's filled, but I'm not gonna reach it back up. I
was
just
wondering if
I've done my kind.
I was wondering if you might be saying something like that here.
Yeah, I've been, well, she's about ready to retire and we just wanna be able to go when we wanna go.
Yeah. That's fair.
And where I've been retired for 3 years, so.
So, yeah. So I will give you your oath tonight, and then. I won't give him his oath, just in case we do have somebody come in, but we'll just, leave them in as a. An extra,
Yeah, there ain't gonna be a
Harrison.
quorum or something else.
yeah. Working on one other person, so.
We made another run at ours too.
Yeah,
So. Cause we need 5 for Greg to be able to.
we're actually supposed to have 7 on. We're low
Yeah.
here, yeah.
This is the lowest since I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of had, it seemed like there was like a big group that all kind of were off, even though it's not supposed to happen anyway, but they all kind of left at the same time. It's like
Well,
3 or 4 of them that. I'm like, what happened?
it was a different time when they left.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, but they'd all been on for a while too, so.
Yep.
Yeah, new blood.
Any other items?
I make a motion.
Knowledge meeting.